Hello, guys. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. We're going to wait for a few more people to jump online as we are doing an all sign special today. And apa ini taro kartu magic sapato. You see, I can speak Indonesian, so that's something you may not have known. Iko Neil. We're going to be doing a special today that is, I'm going to wait till a few more people jump online though to explain it a little bit better. Hi D-Ram, Lal, Unique Love, Ethereal Muse, I've forgotten your name, sorry. Brandon, Shana, hi Shana, excuse me, I'm having a burp. Ashish, Sweeter, The Space Cowboy, Chanley, Iko Neil. Happy Saturday night, happy Saturday evening to you all. I hope that you are all doing really well and feeling peaceful and calm and relaxed to sit in. I will be doing a 3-hour special today um, just because I'm going to be doing an all signs mainly at the beginning of the read, which may go on for a little bit. So stick around for your sign. Make sure that you're looking at your sun, your rising. Hopefully you know your birth chart. And even your moon, but your sun and your rising primarily. Okay. The main thing I want to talk about today is to release the resistance. I struggle with this. I've been struggling with this in the past week. And it's basically in regards to living in the present moment. Okay, it's really important that we do live in the present. We do not know what's going to be around the corner globally in our own lives from day to day. We can course correct, or spirit can bring us a tower where we have to look at our lives if we're not on the right path, and spirit will definitely do that to us. I've had a few tower moments, a few that I've created myself, I must admit, and a few that have been created for me. So it's really releasing any resistance that we have. And what does that mean? How can we do that? The resistance part of the human side of ourselves is extremely strong. We can be resistant to spending money because we're afraid to spend it. And that comes back to security. And again, not having that faith then that spirit will have our back or put something else in front of us, like more money, to feel more secure if that's what spirit feels we need in our life. So releasing any resistance to wanting something that you really want, knowing that, you should have it. Maybe rewarding yourself if you want to do it. Okay, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Everything unfortunately does come back to finances, right? But if spirit wants us to do something or have something, it's important that we forge ahead and not have a pause or stop in our life because we're too scared or too afraid to advance. So things that we can spend money on can help us advance. If we want to open a business, we have to spend money on that. If we want a nice new car, we have to work hard to buy that car, okay? It's releasing any resistance to security, really. As far as I'm concerned anyway, in my own personal life, that security has been a big part of my life since I was about probably 25, maybe on a subconscious level as well. So sometimes we have to lose a little bit of control or release the grip, to be able to gain power, to be able to gain that security and stability. Sometimes we have to release the grip a little bit, okay? Especially in relationships, if we can cling on too tight or hold on too tight to something, it is telling the universe we don't have it, or we don't need it, we don't require it, or that we don't have it at all. So we need to lose the grip, right? Lose control a little bit. Happy Saturday, like I said, happy Saturday evening to you all. I'm going to start writing a list just because it's not too many people online yet, and I don't want to really start the collective until we have a few more people. So D-Ram Lau, I will be doing a longer live today, guys, so bear with us for the collective. Stick around for your sun or rising sign. And you can see it as like an April read, like what's coming up for you in April, what spirit wants us to focus on, what the main focuses are, and whether we're on the right track, like whether you feel that you are. after the reading and take that information with you. There's also a link which I'll talk about a few times during today's live in the description about the Uranus, Saturn and Mars conjunction that happens once every, well, it's happening 3 times in the 21st century, which, yeah, 3 times in 100 years. So this is coming up for us. If you want to look at more in depth about what that is, and the link in the description. I'm a Taurus moon, sun and rising. Security in my life is my main focus. Yeah. But then we can be too much into, like, we can hold on too tightly. I'm expecting the 4 of Pentacles to come out quite a lot today, Brandon. Okay, thank you, Brandon, for your input. Chanley, hi. Eco Neil, hi. Kritika, hello. Space Cowboy, Ashish, Ethereal Muse, Shana, Unique Love, D Ramla. I'm sure some more people will jump on, right? So we're going to look at an all signs for April. Let's just call it for April. If you want to look at that video, the Mars, Uranus, Saturn conjunction, that will happen 3 times in 100 years in the 21st century. Go check out the link in the description by Varouche Tarot, Varouche Astrology. That is down there. I love her readings. I love her insightful information. Okay, we're going to start with, what shall we start with? Let's start with Taurus. Okay, Brandon's waiting with bated breath, I'm sure, for his Taurus reading. Okay, so let's have a look at Taurus first of all. I'm going to bring out 1 card for each sign from the Seasons of the Witch Tarot, Seasons of the Witch Oracle. Litha makes this oracle. It's a beautiful oracle deck. It can be quite deep. Okay, thank you, Chanley. I'm still coming off the edge of the flu there. I've had my course of antibiotics, which I don't like to take, but I am working on Tuesday, so I really need to be in full of form as I can. I just want to say, just in general, for like all signs, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, or you don't know what's around the corner, or you're not sure you're making the right decisions right now, you don't have to make decisions immediately. Make your plans, but definitely don't cling on too tight to any old habits or behaviors. Taurus, we have horse, so we have the Cancer energy for Taurus. This is the number 18, so we are in the year of 9. That breaks down to a 9. And it says, unsure of how to break out of your cage. Just what we were talking about, right? Unsure how to break free of any old habits or disciplines. Although we still have to be disciplined, right? Saturn is still there. But the Spirit's asking you to now think, Taurus, about how you can, what you have learned in the past 2.5 years while Saturn has been there, and what do you need to really break free of? What old habits do you need to break free of that have caged you, that have kept you in some sort of form of limbo, okay, and not move you forward in any way? And Spirit shares strength through acts of liberation. So it's something, Taurus, to really liberate yourself, okay, to really need to break free of something here, some sort of old paradigm, some sort of old story you've been telling yourself. Let's pull some tarot, okay? We're going to use just the tarot and one of these cards today to see what this may relate to in your life. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords. In the reverse, we have the World. Yeah. And we have the Chariot. It's really important, Taurus, that you really realize that necessarily, you know, the things that we tell ourselves, the way that we move forward, and the chariot does talk about the horse, right? There's normally talking about this movement forward, which, taking the reins. This is Spirit taking the reins for you. But this is in the upright, which is really nice. So you are moving in the right direction in your life. Keep doing what you're doing, but there's a need here to be more flexible with others, possibly more, well, definitely more flexible with yourself, because there's a lot of new opportunities unless you break free of some sort of cage right now, a different, a certain way of thinking, behaving, or pattern of behavior that you've been stuck in or that you're in. The new opportunities will not open up for you. So Spirit is really asking you to take some sort of risk here and to really listen to your intuition, with the Chariot really showing up twice in your reading. Five of Swords in the reverse. What have you been telling yourself you cannot do in your life? This internal battle and mental battle, instead of being able to liberate yourself and really just break free, right? The world is about breaking free and embracing new opportunities. So Taurus, Spirit is really asking you to really think about that and to move forward, think more positively, have more faith in Spirit, because they are there trying to take the reins and show you the way, okay? So that's your reading, Taurus. Let's have a look at Capricorn. I'm going to do earth signs first and then we'll go to air, okay? So Capricorn, Sun or rising for the month of April. And while we have this Uranus, Saturn, Mars conjunction going on, that is three times in 100 years this will happen in the 21st century. So it's a big deal, it's important. I'm being shown the morning star for you, Capricorn, so which is Venus, right? So love maybe, and love is shining on us all every morning. When we wake up, you look at the brightest star or planet in the sky is Venus right now, and it is rising in the east. Let's see what's here for you, Capricorn. What do you have for the month of April? We have cloud scrying. Interesting. Capricorn, suns and rising. So the number 6, a lot more balance coming in. This really talks to me about dreams. It talks to me about thinking big, thinking outside the box. Be still. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Capricorn rising. I find it very hard. And I've always, I've struggled with this for a long time, to sit in the present moment and to dream, right? Imagine, dream, which is all about manifestation, yeah? Be still, for it is in the act of patience. And I want to say presence, even though it doesn't say it on this card. In the act of patience and presence, that guidance is met with clarity. So there's a lot of clarity coming in about not only which direction you're going in, but is it the right one, right? You can dream, we can dream, and continue to dream about all the things that we can imagine that we can have in our life, Capricorn, in the month of April. Let's pull some cards for you, Capricorn. All right. And the need to be more patient with yourself, be patient with others, be patient with your dreams. So what if, you had a dream that was like a 12-month plan? Maybe it's going to be a 2 or 3 year plan. Maybe you'll get to where you want to be in that time. There's a need to be patient and really sit in the present, not see it as in 3 years I'm going to have this. It's more like I'm having this, I'm living this, I'm already creating it in my own life. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I feel this myself, that I want what I want, but I want it in 12 months. I'm not going to get it in 12 months. I'm going to have to wait and be patient with myself. But in the meantime, enjoy each day and cherish each day, and just enjoy each day. We talked about the Emperor, right? Losing control to gain control of your life. Knowing what you want, it's a really hard thing to explain, to lose control, to gain it. It's a paradox, right, in itself to say that. It's almost like it's contradicting itself. But being able to live in the present moment is really taking control over your own existence, right? And the Chariot is here again. So there's a lot of Cancer energy here in today's readings already. The Emperor, Aries, Cancer. In the upright, the Chariot, that's beautiful. Saying that you are moving in the right direction if you have the patience, live in the present. Loosen the grip a little bit, Capricorn, okay? And wow, we have the Sun. So it looks like an amazing month for you. Possibly some new opportunities. I just glanced at the bottom of the deck there. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have Leo, Aries and Cancer energy. Look at where those lie in your chart. I know I have Leo, I think in my Venus is in Leo, and my, I don't know where I have Aries in my chart. I'm sure I have it somewhere. Maybe I don't. This is about really taking control in the month of April, Capricorn, and dream. It's not just about being disciplined and just being regimented and being super conformative with your plans, but also just letting spirit take the reins a little bit and having fun and living in the present and enjoying each moment, right? And each and every day. Wow, those three majors I'm going to have to put back in inside the deck so it's not like all together. Right, Virgo. Virgo sun and rising. Let's have a look and see what spirit wants to bring forward for you in this 3 times in a 100-year cycle where we have this, not cycle, this conjunction between Saturn, Uranus and Mars. We have Venus lighting the sky as the morning star in the morning, shining love on everything you do, Virgo, and for everybody, okay? I didn't delete anyone called Tejas V. I can't say the word, but I didn't. Hi, morning, Joe. I have put Taurus out already, so if you want to rewind back and have a look at the Taurus message there. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for Virgo. Virgo sun and rising. We have rot and decay in the reverse. I really like this for you, Virgo. I think this is really, really nice. In the upright, it is the number 31 and breaks down to a 4. It festers when left in the shadows. Bring it to life by giving it away. I feel, Virgo, that you have done like a lot of work, especially this coming up in the reverse, to already release things from your life that no longer serve you, to really address things on an energetic level, especially on an energetic level. You know, being very aware, Virgo, I want to say, of your emotions. If you get angry, you have been possibly stopping and thinking about what has triggered that anger and really doing some deep diving, that hermit energy, right, into your own emotions and figuring that stuff out, being able to be the caretaker of your human self by understanding our minds are our worst enemy as well as our best friend, right? So this is about really being able to be analytical and being able to, you know, look at your shadow side. I think Virgos have done a lot of work on this. I'm a Virgo sun, but I mainly watch my Capricorn because I'm Capricorn North Node and Rising. But this is about bringing it to life by giving it away. So I talked about the Four of Pentacles right at the beginning of the reading. I think that by just giving, just not thinking or not having that in your energy anymore and being able to really act upon your instincts and your intuition by just giving away on an energetic level things that don't serve you or things that are like our old habits that have died hard and narratives that we've told ourselves. Okay, so Virgo, you've done a good job here with that. Let's see what April is going to bring in. Okay, April. We have the Page of Cups, the Three of Cups. Very nice. Very nice. I think, Virgo, that there's a lot of youthfulness here in your reading today. You have 2 pages, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. On an energetic level, you know, if this isn't other people, but there may be quite a few people surrounding you in April, and there may be a celebration that you're attending or you're enjoying the company of children or the company of friendships, okay, and just having fun, having a good time, and really living in the present moment, okay. You've given away already what no longer serves you. You've addressed your shadow side and you've dealt with that, okay. I feel that that is something that Virgos have been doing for quite some time. And this is showing me in April that you're really looking at the lighter side of life. You're having fun, you're possibly feeling youthful, feeling energetic, you know, working on something. If you've been working on something new, it's going to bring a lot of life and love and celebration, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, your health, whether it's a new business, whether it's a new love interest, whatever it is. There's a lot of happiness here. What have we got at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, the Ace of Cups. It's an outpouring of love, possibly to others as well here. Children could be very significant, and now I'm seeing my daughter in the month of April, and I haven't seen her for quite some time. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a few things planned, and yeah, this is really nice, like the celebration of life here. Just fly by the seat of your pants here in April, Virgo. Okay, really nice. That's all I really need to say about that energy. Let's look at air signs. I did say I was going to do air next, so Libra. Libra, let's see what's here for you for the month of April. If you guys want to have a look at any information on the Uranus-Saturn-Mars conjunction, which is happening, there's a link. Lunatic Astrology has got lots of, not lunatic, well, I'm sure Lunatic Astrology has got a video, but the link I've put there is from Varouche. Varouche has got an all signs readings there. Okay, so you can go have a look at that for more information. It's almost like the final test. I feel, Libra, for you, one of you learned Libra in the past, I want to say even longer than the last couple of years. It's almost like there's a cycle here that you're completing, that is completing for you, and you're moving into some sort of new, I want to say spiritual way. Okay, you got the horse again, so you got the horse which came out for Taurus, so you may have Taurus in your chart somewhere. This is an act of liberation, yeah? Just like I said before, unsure of how to break free of your cage, spirit shares strength through acts of liberation. So you could be liberated out of something, out of some sort of energy that you've been carrying, the sort of person, I want to just say, that you've possibly been, that you wanted to change and be more carefree with yourself, more flexible with yourself and others. Let's have a look. So if there's any unsurety here, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I think that you're coming out of that. You're thinking more positively, Libra, for your future. It may have been a very difficult few years have gone by. I know a few Libras that it has been lots of crazy, unusual things have happened to them. This is a wake-up call. I'm hearing wake-up call. For some Libras, they may be getting a wake-up call around this time. And they can also start being more spiritual. I wanted to say that before, okay? Understanding that, you know, we are on our own soul journey. So this is a very, like, internal spiritual thing for transit for Libras right now, okay? Coming out of this mental health, say, for quite some time. Knowing that you hold the power, Libra, to create or destroy, okay? So it's up to you, Libra, what you do with this. If you want to liberate yourself from any past habits or behaviors, it is available to you. So you could be doing a lot of research on self-help or self-improvement in the month of April, and change, look at that, the Tower at the bottom of the deck, change a lot of things, possibly about family dynamics, or how you view family members, or the actual dynamic of being in a family and what it means to you. Those things could change for you, Libra. There's a lot of internal growth here going on if you so want to harness it. I just want to pull more. Yeah, and then we have the Hierophant. So you definitely could be involved with a Taurus, or, you know, have Taurus in your chart because you got double Taurus, and that horse energy came out for Taurus. Saturn is still there till the end of May. It's almost like you're putting the final finishes to the new year before you actually walk into the new year in the month of April. Okay, really nice, Libra. Bit of internal work possibly to do there. Okay, there is some fear there as well, Libra, so you can work on that and you can come out the other side winning. Gemini, let's have a look. Gemini, for the month of April. Okay, Gemini, you have summer berries. Interesting. If there's something that you want to start, Gemini, go ahead and start it, but make sure that you do things right. I just want to say right or correctly. Okay, you can course correct if you think it's the wrong thing to do. This is about like this person, they're making a cake. They're making it too quickly. They want something to happen fast, right? On a metaphorical level, they want this cake to cook quickly. So they make it with love and care, but then when they put it in the oven, they're opening the oven every few minutes to look at it, and it ruins the cake, or they take it out too soon. So be wary, Gemini, in the month of April of doing something too quickly or picking your harvest too soon before it's actually ready. There is a readiness here, but being patient and being patient with yourself, okay? Don't risk the fact that you could lose the sweetness of all the hard work that you've put in by jumping in too quickly to a relationship, to a job, to a conversation, or saying something you shouldn't say, when, you know, then you could be viewed differently, or you could view yourself differently. So there's something here about watching your words, I do feel. The Emperor in reverse. I think, Gemini, your main focus needs to be getting like on your root or base chakra energy, grounding yourself, making sure that you are ready for the next thing instead of making a decision too quickly, or taking that cake out of the oven a little bit too early, okay, so it's not ready. So there's something that isn't quite ready yet to do, to progress with, to focus on, but continue to be flexible and patient with yourself while you're preparing this new thing before you launch it or do it, okay? The Sun, I'm going to put that in the upright. We want that in the upright. You could even resonate with Capricorn here, because we did have these two cards in the Capricorn reading. The King of Cups is here. This is the first time we've had a court card. Virgo, I want to say Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We have Aries and Leo here for you, Gemini. It's really important that you just, you know, you do whatever you love. You do whatever you truly want to do in regards to, you know, being compassionate and caring, whether it's towards another person or it's towards a project or, you know, towards yourself. And that's where your happiness lies. If you do what you love and you're passionate about, you will always come out winning, okay? But there is a need, Gemini, to be patient here with yourself and with others in April. Aquarius, let's have a look at Aquarius, and then we're going to do the fire signs, okay? Aquarius. Aquarius for the month of April. Let's have a look and see what's here. Okay, that came out quite quickly for you. Lemonade. Wow, I think anything you put your hand to, Aquarius, in the month of April is going to like come up winning. You can turn lemons into lemonade. You can basically create anything out of nothing in April. So this is a magical time for you, okay? So make the most of this situation by opening your mind to all sorts of new possibilities, because it's basically yours for the taking. That's all I want to sort of say for that for Aquarius. You know, you can create anything of a bad situation. You can make a good situation even better, betterer, I want to say, okay? Oh, these two cards wanted to come out. King of Wands, Sag, Aries, Leo energy, Eight of Swords. The Strength card wanted to come out there as well. One more for Aquarius. What's here for Aquarius for the month of April? Being able to create something out of nothing, right? Yeah, you are the magician. I'd love that this card has come out in this lemonade energy. Okay, it's the number 22. That could be significant to some. We have the 8 and the 1 as well. As long as you do like your sister sign, Gemini, as long as you do, and you have Gemini here, so you could have Gemini in your chart, but you know, Aquarius, as long as you do what you are doing with love and passion, with that King of Wands there, and you're passionate about it, you can create anything, okay? You can create anything in April. The only caveat here is this 8 of Swords, which is needing to keep your thoughts positive and high, 8-8 on the screen. And so we have 888. You could be seeing that synchronicity. As above, so below. Whatever you think about in Aquarius in the month of April can be literally or literal on this earth for you, in your own existence, in your presence. But 8 is creation, okay? Remember, you can create and you can destroy. So it's important that you keep your thoughts positive, because it looks like Aquarius in the month of April that things that you think about may come about. We've got the Ace of Pentacles again that came out for, I think, Virgo at the bottom of the deck. So there is new opportunities coming your way, Aquarius, in April for the taking. Just make sure you keep your thoughts positive. Sagittarius, let's have a look for Sag for the month of April. Remember, guys, we have that Mars, Uranus, Saturn conjunction. The link in the description from Varouche Tarot is there, Varouche Tarot and Astrology. Go ahead and check that out. A lot more information there and longer readings on your sun or rising sign. Let's have a look at Sagittarius. I feel there's something, Sag, that you're waiting for. I'm picking up something that you're waiting for. Well, you'll start seeing the sort of like sprouts of that seed that you may have planted possibly a long time ago. I'm getting 10 years for some even. Something has been in the making, or, you know, it's like when you make a coffee or a tea and you're waiting for it to brew, it's almost like done, and you can enjoy the sweet nectar of that tea or that whatever you're making, okay? There's something, I feel, Sagittarius, that you've been creating, you've been wanting, and it's like almost ready for harvest. You got the summer solstice card. I love this energy. It's the number 35. Family, very important in the month of April. Doing things with family, thinking about the future and your family's future. A lot of brightness, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. And, you know, it reminds me of spring, even though this is a summer solstice card, like things starting to show up that you've been waiting for. And this is also you spreading your light, your ray of light to others, and your good vibes that you shine out. I mean, Sagittarius are such fun, loving, spontaneous, happy-go-lucky people, the Sagittarius that I've known, okay? So you can ignite the light in others, possibly family members or friends in April. But this is really nice here. The Seven of Cups, there may be some confusion here for you, or even possibly another. Maybe there's another person around you that is emotionally confused in April. Maybe you're supporting them and giving them wise advice here. You have the Justice card in the upright, possible legalities, but this is about like things always working out in your favor. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy for you, which is like you're really getting your groove on. I'm hearing, Sagittarius, in April. You're really getting things or doing things right. If someone, or if yourself, let's talk about yourself because this is your reading. If you are confused, just make sure that you are choosing, making decisions carefully and wisely. That whatever you do is not hurting another person, or, you know, you're spreading love and light to others, and you're doing the right thing by others. Even though there's this like not selfish energy here, but it's like a me first type of energy. Maybe Sag, because you've been waiting for something to happen for so long and it's coming in. You're all excited about it for yourself, but there's a need here to, you know, don't forget other people in April. Aries, let's have a look at Aries sun and rising for April. I know this is a longer live today, but I'm going to be doing a 3-hour live today because of this, okay? So Aries energy for April. Let's see what's here for you for April. There's a seriousness I'm picking up for April. I'm also seeing in my mind about, you know, that Emperor energy that you embody, Aries. We have the lemonade in reverse. It's interesting. We got this, I'm pretty sure we got this for Aquarius in the upright. But this is like, don't doubt yourself, Aries, in the month of April. This is the new start of your solar year. So all happy birthday to you, Aries, out there that are watching, if you're a sun sign. Maybe something didn't go right. I'm getting sour or sour grapes here. Maybe something that you created didn't work out, okay, in the past or in the recent past. Maybe you don't want to make the best of a situation anymore, or don't want to be open to a new possibility that came into your life. Maybe you're realizing that isn't for you. But then again, the realization that it isn't for you, you still created it, okay? So there's possibly a need to do some internal looking at, you created that, you created what you wanted, but now you no longer want something. And you don't have to like go ahead with anything. So you're getting some sort of clarity on which direction you want to take. The main thing is, Aries, that you are getting clarity on moving in a different direction. You have 2 aces. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. I think that you've course corrected, or you're going to course correct in April. You have 2 aces and the Libra energy of the Justice card. So there's a lot of balance coming up in regards to taking a new direction, right? Seeing clearly that possibly some choices that you made in the past weren't the right ones, and you've divinely detoured this to be a win-win situation for yourself and for others involved. I'll give you an example, Aries. Possibly you started a business with a person. Let's just say that. Let's just example it, okay? It may not be your story exactly, but I'm trying to give you an example. So maybe you started a business with a person, and then that person did not bring up the goods, did not, you manifested this person to come in and to start this business with you. But then it didn't work out. They didn't have the finances to equal yours, or they didn't have the time, or whatever it is. So you had some clarity on something here, Aries, where you're able to say, okay, let me course correct. Can I do this on my own? Can I do this with another person? There's something here about things working out in your favor, though, with the Justice card in the upright. And with that red being on the Emperor energy and now on this Justice energy, working on your base chakra, getting regrounded and starting something again. We can always throw that batch of lemonade away and start a new batch, okay? Leo, let's have a look, Leo, at your April, okay? What you need to be focusing on. There is something you need to release, I do feel, Leo, okay? Let's see what's here for you. Wow, you have the lemonade card as well, okay? So Aries may be significant. I'm going to shuffle again. If it comes out, it comes out again, but let's just give the cards a good shuffle. Too many there. Okay, so you have mulch and manure. Number 26, which breaks down to an 8. If anything has been really difficult, and I feel that Leos have had, we all have, but there's been difficulty here for you, Leo, in the past couple of years, possibly, while Saturn's been around. And like I said, that relates to all signs anyway. These hardships are coming to an end. Okay, you have put a lot of hard work into planting seeds. Not all, when we plant a seed, I planted some chili plants. 4 actually, and 2 of them, I don't know, I think a cat got into one, a snail got into the other. There's a snail on this picture, that may be significant. And snails talk about things moving slowly. We can sit there, we can, some seeds, like I was going to say with the chili, some seeds we plant, they do not grow, or they get destroyed by an insect or an animal, or they just don't grow, okay? So some things, Leo, that you've put, you could look at your life in the past couple of years, or while Saturn's been there, and see the hardships that you've had to deal with, and what didn't happen for you, and then what did happen, because 2 of the chili plants I have are growing and they're doing very well. See what's thriving for you. Whatever's been thriving or is still thriving for you, Leo, is where you need to focus your energy. And the seeds that you have sown for those particular plants, or, metaphorically speaking, are going to keep blooming, and you're going to be able to harvest something very soon. Okay, let's have a look and see. For Leo, we will be getting into the free read soon. Thank you, Chanley. Okay. The High Priestess, very nice. This is the first card, like the first High Priestess we've had for any sign today, Leo. So this is really nice. Pisces energy. 9 of Pentacles, very nice. Wow. I see your finances improving, definitely. Okay. You've really had a lot of faith and used your intuition in regards to what you wanted to water, what you wanted to grow, what you wanted to harvest. There may be some disappointments in some things that didn't come to fruition, but Spirit wants you to really work on, Leo, what did work, okay, and continue to support that and help that grow, whatever that is. In a financial situation, Aries, I want to say Aries, sorry, Leo. In a financial situation, Leo, I see that if you've been waiting for something to happen, you're starting to see, the investments that you've put in, you're starting to see them grow. You started to pat yourself possibly on the back for investing or putting money even into something that now you can see was a good idea, like a business or whatever it is, okay? But there's a lot more security coming in for you, Leo, and you are going to, and I want you to keep tending to what is secure for you, and that will keep growing exponentially for you here, okay? With the King of Pentacles being here, very nice. Let's have a look at the lucky last water signs, okay? Scorpio, let's see what's here for you. I feel a lot of creativity for you in April, Scorpio. Let's see what comes out for you. A lot of growth, again, a lot of changes, possibly travel, possibly study, possibly learning something new is coming through. So we have sunbathing. The dance of stillness is calling you to live its embrace. There is this beautiful, like, living in the present moment energy here, just enjoying each and every day and cherishing each and every day and each and every moment with others, and obviously, in your own energy. There is a lot of growth here. The sun to me always talks about growth. It talks about bathing in this, it's called sunbathing, so bathing in all this beautiful light that is coming into your life and really enjoying and cherishing, embracing, and being grateful for, I want to say, all the good things that are coming in. The hard times are over, Scorpio, so you're definitely moving into a much brighter, lighter, happier time in your life. And it's all about the presence. I just talked about the presence before. I find it very hard to live in the present moment. I'm always thinking about the next day and, where my next finances or meal is coming from. Perhaps that's something from a past life, I don't know. But Scorpio here, you are really embracing the day, every day. There's a lot of spiritual strength here for you, Scorpio. Really, really nice, very nice. Leo energy, yeah. And they have the moon, so you have your sister sign Pisces here as well in your reading. I want to talk about these two cards just briefly. So with the strength energy, and any of the major cards do talk about, spirit being with you through this journey of the tarot, through this journey of life. It's almost like you can't see what is happening the next day or the next moment. None of us can. We think we like to be in control, but there's something here about you really releasing control and having or knowing that you have this spiritual strength to, or having the faith more so, that what is meant for you will not pass you by, no matter how many fears you may have internally or external fears coming in. You have so much spiritual trust here that what is meant for you will not pass you by. So it's such a beautiful reading for you, Scorpio, there. Okay, really, really nice. So continue to try and sit in that presence. Your card wanted to come out there, the Tower energy. So maybe some changes are going on, but you have a lot of spiritual strength. Cancer, let's have a look at Cancer energy. And then we have lucky last Pisces. Poor Pisces always seems to be last, right? Pisces. So let's look at Cancer. Cancer for the collective, sun rising. We have mulch and manure again. I think this came out for Leo, possibly. So, Cancer, again, like I said, for the other sign, things may have been slow, but, whatever seeds you have planted, not everything would have happened for you, but the things that have happened, Spirit wants you to continue to nurture. The hard times are coming to an end. Whatever hardships you've had to, endure, the mulch and manure is about planting seeds. It's about putting the energy in and the hard work to lay that foundation. and this is you, Cancer, okay? The seeds that you have sown in the past, some of them will bloom, some of them will not, but the ones that will, Spirit wants you to focus on and nurture on, whether that's a relationship or a job or whatever, okay? Temperance in the upright, beautiful Sagittarius energy. There's a lot of majors coming out today for all signs. This is Spirit leading you to a place of enlightenment. This is Spirit leading you to a place of emotional balance and seeing the good in all things, knowing that there's ups and downs and ebbs and flows in life. Whatever did not bloom is not meant for you, okay? Whatever hard work you could put in and you're starting to see the efforts of that, continue to focus on that. And then it will lead you to this beautiful crown here, this ultimate goal, ultimate happiness. I want to also say, Cancer, for some of you, that ultimate goal will change, that original plan. Two of Cups is here, very nice. Some of you could be connecting with a loved one, or really having that amazing strong bonds and friendships with friends, family members, or even a lover in the month of April. And really being drawn to the angel wings on the Temperance card and on the Two of Cups. This is Spirit really protecting your family, protecting your energy, keeping you safe, Cancer, and keeping your dreams safe, I want to say, as well. And then you have the Lovers. Ooh, Cancer. This is the first reading out of all of them that has got quite a lot of love vibes to it. So maybe the month of April, especially if you're with a significant other and it's going to the next level. More angel wings. You are heavily protected in the month of April. We all are. Cancer, you're super protected here, okay? Especially your love relationships and your connections with others. For those of Cancerians who want to level up, move in together, get married, get engaged, have children, your relationship is very much so blessed. Maybe that's where your love, like your passion, lies. Maybe you've put a lot of energy into a relationship in the past. You're going to start seeing that, like, the rewards for the efforts here, or you both are as a couple. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Thank you, Queen. You're a Cancer. Looks like you're going to have a very loving April. Okay, let's have a look. And the last but not least, Piscean energy. Okay, I love my little Pisces. I've got my sons are Pisces. The pensive Pisceans, I call them. Let's see if we can break you out of your shell a little bit in April, Pisces. You have citrus fruit. Very nice, very nice, very nice. This is self-care. Self-care in the month of April needs to be paramount, you know, getting the balance of both worlds, being outside, being with friends, but also having that self-care, ritualistic type of energy here, okay? And it's time to surrender. Perhaps it's time to surrender to some habits, or maybe not just habits, but habitual ways of thinking or doing things. Maybe some things have been your unraveling, Pisceans. If things have gone wrong, there's a need to do some like inner work here to think about, and be pensive. You are the most pensive sign of the zodiac. It's a perfect month for you. You should look at where things have gone wrong in your life, what part you played in them with others, or personal things to yourself. And this is allowing you to sort of wake up in some sort of way here in April, and expand and be illuminated by what the possibilities can be, despite the disappointments or failures as you've seen them have happened in your life, okay, just in general in your life. So, you know, this does not surprise me that this card has come out for Pisces. I imagine you guys are in this energy quite a lot anyway. So this is being very comfortable here in April, okay. Four of Wands. It's the first time the Four of Wands has come out in the reading. Page of Cups, Piscean energy. So you're really in your energy, okay? I think you have put a lot of hard work into something. It is time now to decide, though. It's time soon to decide what you want to do, especially where you live geographically, who you live with, if your life is a celebration, if it is not, you know, what you need to do about that, and put the hard work into figuring out like where your happiness lies. Okay, Pisces are very good at doing this, so you're very much in your energy here in April. That was the all signs reading. I'm just going to quickly pause the video. I will be back in a second. Okay, thank you so much for waiting. I actually just got a bowl of cold water and put my feet in it while I'm sitting here, soaked my toenails. Yeah, the only problem with that is if I do drop a card, I won't probably be able to pick it up. Hopefully it doesn't go into the bowl. Okay, so I have a short list, but I know a lot more people have come on. Now, Queen has donated for 2. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate your donation. Well, welcome, Chanley. You're welcome, Chandler. You have a question. Okay, so Queen, post your first question. Let's have a look. I'm going to use the animal spirit cards today quite a lot. I'm also going to be using some Psychic Tarot and the Rider-Waite-Smith. We'll see if we want to use the wisdom. If there's any cards you want me to use, just let me know. That's for everybody. Okay. Okay. Post your question. Queen, let's see what's here for you. What you need to know the most, what Spirit wants you to focus on. Any advice that comes through for Queen, please, Spirit. Thank you. What would be the outcome if you gave Nick a chance in love? Let's bring out some cards. I'm actually going to be using this Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's just talking to me more. This deck's quite good, but it needs more breaking in. So I'm going to do that like with myself on another level. This is, yeah. The problem is when you get new cards, they can take a while for the energy to come through. My original deck has got so much energy in it. It can probably fly around without me having to touch it. So let's have a look and see what's here for you. This is your card. Let's have a look at your direct question and know that, you know, your question is very direct. So let's look at your direct question instead of getting too philosophical. Okay. Spirit wants you to know, especially for this year, because we are in the year of the 9 and we have the vulture spirit, which is the number 9, okay? You have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you've learned in your life and even in past lives about relationships and how you relate to others, how they relate to you. So Spirit's basically saying you already know the answer. It is within you. You can be intuitive and use your intuition. Also, you know, nothing is set in stone, but nothing is also wasted. So you have learned a lot about yourself and relationships in the past to be able to go forward with this person. You know, we can't control others. I think the need to release control is going to help you to gain it in this situation, where we're sort of always with tarot, we're trying to look at an ultimate outcome and it's set in stone. Well, nothing ever is. We all have free will. And other people can course correct or change their own story, and we don't have control over those other people. But saying all that, let's have a look at your cards. So if you gave it a shot with Chris, what would be the outcome? Like I said, outcomes can change depending upon the decisions and choices. Not only the other person makes, but you make as well. So the 5 of Wands, you may be battling with that information that we've just talked about, okay? Also have a look again at your Cancer reading. I think the Cancer reading was really good though. But if you know your North Node or Rising, look at that as well, or do your birth chart. 5 of Wands in the reverse is needing to free yourself from any disruptive or destructive thoughts that are running through your head about what if this happens or what if that happened. I think it's really important to just go with the flow a lot more. You are water energy, so, you know, needing to go with the flow to be able to transmute any negative energy you may be battling within yourself about relationships, and just like be like, whatever happens, happens. I do see that this person really will put you on a pedestal though, and support you in your own personal transformations that you go through your life. So let's have a look at Nicholas and your relationship with them. I think like the cards are showing me that, you know, if you can remove any blocks from your mind as far as you know, what if it didn't work type of energy. Like I said, live in the present moment more. This person will, you know, will support you through struggles and challenges that you have. It could be a successful relationship for Nick, okay, and you. So there's a need here for you to really take any emotional confusion, really look at what elements this person, I want to say, has that you respect and that you look up to. You know, are they a patient person? Are they a fun person to be around? Are they a positive person? Do they care for others? Do they care for themselves? You can only give someone the respect that they give to themselves, right? You can't give them any more than that. You know, yeah, are they passionate? I think they're passionate about you. I think that they do have like a bit of spark there for you, maybe a lot of spark there for you, okay? But it's really important to be emotionally open. I think this person will be an emotionally open person to you. I think they will tell you how they feel, okay? You can manifest this in, you can really put this out there to bring this person in. I think it would be a successful relationship. This person would make you feel safe and secure. This person would be open with their emotions and tell you how they feel. There wouldn't be any question marks around about this person, okay? So it could be like a really beautiful relationship, all right? You have some, I think that you, well, would he ever commit though? I like how people ask direct questions. It's like, I always say it depends upon whether you or them course correct during your relationship and how you conduct the relationship, right? I think there's a lot of trust issues. Hi, Elaine, with yourself. I think that there's possibly been a lot of things happening with this Seven of Swords come out in your life that in the past with relationships that you've been kept in the dark, or someone's been unemotional or cold or not told you how they felt and things haven't worked out. So this really want to know the complete outcome from now till the day you die sort of thing is not really set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. The story of tarot is not like the answer to your question. You have the free will to change. That's why the disclaimer is in my description, and all tarot readers would say the same, okay? But if you keep on this like mental balanced level, I think that you're both on the same mental level, okay? Where you both want the same thing. It's really important, Queen, that you embrace the whole fact that life is as like there is a soul plan for your life, okay? But it does involve, it's not just rainbows and unicorns all the time. It does involve challenges and struggles, and the story of life and the story of the tarot is how to navigate through those struggles and challenges, okay? And understanding that is always going to be ups and downs in relationships. It's how you navigate them, it's how you deal with them. But as far as a character, excuse me, as far as the character of this person, there's a maturity there to this person that they would really like, you know, support you through any struggles that you do have, if that makes sense, okay? And the Chariot is in the upright, which is Cancer energy, and it's also, you know, this person would let you be yourself. This person would support you in the things that you desire and want to do. And you are on the right track if you were to, you know, explore a relationship with them. What's your second question? So ultimately, the outcome of anything is up to us in the end. It's not up to the tarot. The tarot just gives us advice and what we need to focus on to get to where we want to be. But it doesn't give us a, this is what's going to happen, okay? I'm not a Vega, okay? There's a lot of tarot readers out there that say, you know, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. But we can walk out the door and change the direction of our life completely with one thing that we say or one thing that we do. So it's important that you understand that. Marissa, thank you for your donation. You will be next. Let's have a look and see what else we have as a general for you. Let's look at the month of April for you, Queen. Okay, Queen, what's here for Queen for April? think you're like getting things done. You may also be like wanting to learn something new here, okay? There's some sort of new hobby or new study or something that you're doing. Perhaps you're already studying, but something maybe additional that's going to come in for you with that. It's time to start thinking on a different wavelength or a different level, or, you know, understanding the present moment more, living in the present moment more. Just like everything you do it with assertion, but kindness to yourself and patience. You are definitely growing something here. You're possibly starting something that's going to bring you a lot of prosperity, and I do feel it's in a love relationship. Hi, Elaine, thank you. It is in a love relationship. I feel that whoever you're starting with or starting a relationship with is going to be very, very, very prosperous. I think like the two of you together are going to be like a power couple here. So that is a beginning of a relationship if you're wanting a relationship. That is, you know, if you're wanting a love relationship, which obviously you do with your first question being there. We have the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. So beautiful energy for love for you, okay, in April. Adoring each other, I want to say, adoring each other, looking into each other's eyes, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement here with the Star. This is something you've wanted for a long time, and it's like you're getting the feelings of like love, or the first sort of like niggles of love, or true love, I want to say, all right? There's a lot, yeah, look at this, the heart chakra energy as well, which is all about, obviously, love. There's a lot of physical attraction, there's a lot of intimacy, there's a lot of between the sheets fun for you, Queen, in the month of April. So really nice energy. You have 3 majors out of these 4 main cards here. So you have Gemini, you have Capricorn, and you have Aquarius. But this is all about, you know, a huge attraction, lust, love, growing something. Be very careful if you don't want to get pregnant, okay? If you want to have a baby, well, that's up to you, but there's something here about like being very, very fertile in the month of April, okay? And just having to be just very aware of that, okay? No matter what's going on between the sheets, all right? Page of Wands, lots of fun, spontaneity, SEX being probably at the top of your list of things to do in the month of April. Lots of happiness in that regard. Maybe you're exploring new territory as well between the sheets. Who knows? Okay, I like to say between the sheets. YouTube doesn't sort of pick up on that. I don't know what star sign Nick is, but there is possibly, I don't know, possibly he's got Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in his chart. We've got a strong masculine here coming up. Yeah, look at this. You have got the Star and the Sun. You've got the Lovers and the Devil. So lots of attraction, lots of fiery Aries energy. Like I said, I would just be careful of like pregnancy. Okay, very careful of pregnancy. Yeah, there's a need to release control to gain it here. Don't be too clingy or needy in any relationships you have, whether it's romantic or platonic, in the month of April, okay? Also, you know, don't always be available. There's something alluring about you, very alluring about you, I want to say, extremely alluring about you. Love is the first and foremost thing in your mind, I'd say, in the next 6 weeks especially, okay? So enjoy, okay? Enjoy this beautiful energy. Use your intuition. Make sure that you are using that to know what to say, when to say at the right time, and who to say it to, okay? Very important. Keep your thoughts positive and high, okay? Have fun. I think it's a lot just about really having fun in the month of April there with a new love. Definitely a new love. Okay, Marissa, post your question. Let's have a look at your cards. What's the main energy from Marissa right now? Thank you, Queen. thank you, Chanley. Crystal, thank you. I'm on donations at the moment, guys, so please be patient. I will be on for 3 hours today. So I did do quite a long collective at the beginning, which was the all signs for April. And we talked about the Uranus, Saturn, and Uranus, Saturn, Mars conjunction. There's another video in my description, which is from Varouche Tarot and Astrology. So go ahead and watch that. She's amazing to listen to and a source of awesome information. Okay. I'm going to use some different cards for you if you don't mind. Okay, if you really want the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, let me know, Marissa. But I'm going to use this deck. There's a gentleness I'm feeling, like a softness that is required from, you know, to yourself in April, all right? It's really important with whatever situation, and this may like really hit home with your question, which is Von. Encounter, you're talking about sex there. Have you had some intimate fun, Marissa, with this person, or just met this person? Let me know who they are to you, especially if they're an ex. That puts a whole different spin and dynamic on the reading. What does Von think? There's something here about you really needing to have this gentle touch to yourself, needing to believe in yourself that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of this, a relationship with anybody, okay? Perhaps things happen in your life like they happen to us all, that put you in a like I'm not good enough energy right now, okay? Or that doubting yourself energy, okay? So they're a friend, okay? So are you wanting romance with this person? How does Von feel about Marissa after meeting? So you have the Judgment energy. So it's like that can talk about a rebirth. It can talk about like a spiritually led, a spiritually ordained relationship or friendship or whatever it is, okay? Let's see what's here. What did they think about Marissa? Show me, Spirit. Yeah, I feel that they want to nurture this relationship and this friendship. I think they really want something out of it from you or for them or like for you both. They want to nurture this, okay? There is an attraction here. Like the opportunity is there for a relationship possibly, or at least for intimacy, okay? Yeah. I would go as far as say they're falling for you or falling in love with you, or they definitely have some sort of emotional feeling for you, okay? There is a strong attraction between you both, whether you want to explore this possibility or doorway opening up that's there for a love relationship with this person. It is possible. They believe in you. So whether you believe in yourself or not, they believe in you, okay, Marissa? They could also live at a distance or be at a distance from you or be going away as well. The Judgment energy has come out. That's just clarifying everything I just said, basically. That was at the bottom of the deck to begin with. There is like some sort of doorway opening up for you that could bring happiness in regards to this person. It's up to you really if you want to go down that path. Because there's the, you know, are you going to forge that path? Are you going to explore this relationship further? Because it can, like I said, be in a romantic sense. They are very attracted to you for whatever reason. They're attracted to your energy, okay? The Twin Flame card has just come out, all right? And I'm not going to say too much more there. Sometimes, well, most of the time, our twin flame, I would say 100% of the time, our twin flame is not necessarily the person that we would ever have been attracted to in the past, or very unlikely person to come into your life, right? So they could be a different culture to you, or they just could be, it could be a difficult situation to be able to have the relationship, okay? They could live at a distance, for example, and you could be having long distance. This happened to me, okay? So, but there is like a really, really, really strong connection. There's a lot of respect for you. You know, like I said, if you don't believe in yourself, they certainly do, okay? All right, thank you, Marissa. Elaine, post your first question. I love this deck. I hope you love it too. Elaine, if you want a different deck, let me know, but I'm going to use that right now. And this one as well for you, Spirit just said don't forget about this one, so I need to use this too. How do I feel about John? I don't know. You live in the same town. That's very good. That's very good. Well, maybe maybe there's an exploration of that then. I feel that this person has a high regard for you, Marissa. Okay, Elaine, let's bring one card for you as your main energy. Spirit's screaming at me, telling me I'm using the wrong deck. Okay, thank you. Interesting, interesting, Elaine. You do have the star Aquarius at the bottom of the deck. You have Capricorn energy as well here. I feel that this is definitely separate here. I feel that this is you versus them. I think that they have like a very strong sexual attraction towards you. I think that they are very attracted to you as a person and like your energy. And also they have this like lustful type of energy, like passion, intimacy. Like either you guys have been intimate in the past or they want to be. And you're more emotionally withdrawn because maybe your heart lies somewhere else, okay? Let's look at your energy. You have number 8, which is the emotional withdrawal, the 8 of Cups energy. There's a need here. You're almost turning your back on them in some sort of way, either consciously or subconsciously, because there is emotion within or some sort of healing journey that you haven't gone through, possibly with another person, possibly with Yaz. So let's look at that first. Why is the 8 of Cups here for Elaine? Spirit's asking you to be more patient with yourself, to get balance, to know exactly, you know, where you want to put your energy here, whether you want to put it into yourself, whether you want to put it into just yourself or another person right now, whether it be John or Yaz or who it is, okay? Because there is an element of, you know, you're not the sort of person, or you're not the sort of person now whereas you may have been in the past, I don't know, where you just want to sort of like take what is available sort of in a love relationship. There's a knowing of oneself here with the 8 of Cups, knowing that, you know, you may have emotion, but it may not necessarily be for John, it may be for somebody else, okay? The Hanged Man in the reverse is about having that clarity, seeing things from John's perspective as well, but also being very knowing of thyself. Know thyself is coming up really strongly here. So you do know, like on an emotional level, possibly you're not fully all in to John, or, you know, on an emotional level, you may not like be in love with this person. And there's a turning of one's back because there is the 2 of Cups. It's like, you know, you do have a connection with him, but you're just unsure right now whether it's emotional enough to build into a relationship, okay? A solid relationship, committed. Let's look at John's energy. Post your second question. I think this person is very open to you. I think you're very aware that they're attracted to you. They're very, they're not, what's the saying? They're not shy with coming forward, or they're not, you know, they are very open. They will tell you how they feel, whether they're telling you now how they feel, or if you are like in a connection with them, they would be very like, you're so attractive, I am so like falling in love with you, I can't keep my hands off you. There's this element of being very open on a communication level. And their actions would speak for themselves, okay? They're very passionate here about you. They'd love to go down this road with you, whether it's in a relationship or, you know, initially as in intimacy. It's almost like they're manifesting or want to manifest or build this bridge to you that I don't feel that they can quite get into your heart here. So there's like there's a want from them, but there's an emotional withdrawal from you. That's what I'm picking up here for both of you. Okay, what's your second question? I'm going to use this deck because it is really talking to me, and this deck is as well. Unusual combination of decks, but that's okay. We'll still go with it. Let's see what's coming up for you in regards to love. The focus on work, we did talk about in 2024. I did a private reading for you, and we did talk about the year of 2025 being about work and love. So I don't know whether I told you back then that it would be in the second half of 2025. So if you still got that reading, like, go check it out. You have the Tower. You have the 9. I think that through the changes that you've been going through, Elaine, it's been very important that you, like, have been alone. And it's been important in the regard that the changes that you've gone through have been on a very internal level, and you've had to be alone to figure that out. So, like, well done to you for recognizing that. But now you're ready for love. I feel that you've done a lot of hard work and been through a lot of changes. Just the fact that you had that emotional withdrawal card is really kudos to you, because that's a knowing thyself energy where you're emotionally withdrawing. You know thyself, right? You don't just go after anything or make yourself on a conscious level want someone just so that you can have someone, okay? So you've done the work, right? And you've used your intuition mainly about yourself and what you want, okay? So that's really, really good. Let's have a look at future energy with love. All right, we've got oh, nice. So there is, as you can see, 2 hands here planting a seed, something growing and harvesting this beautiful juicy peaches, okay? Peaches for free, peaches for me. Okay, so there's something here about, like, love, but there is a conflict within you still, though. There's an emotional loss, like, who tugs at your heart? Okay, there's a lot of opportunity for a new relationship with anyone, really, okay? You've got the passion ignited, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here. There is the opportunity to grow something. You also have 5, 5, and 5 at the bottom of the deck in your reading. So there is, like, some sort of internal obstacle or challenge that you still need to get past here. I think it's got a lot to do with emotional loss. I think when you're on your own, sometimes you do look at the chapter or the book of your life and look at the loves or the love you have lost or you feel you have lost. There's still some loss. And that can be, for you at a mental level, quite a battle to deal with. So there is, like, the opportunity, and you have these 2 beautiful aces here, passion ignited and growing something with somebody else, okay? Like, the opportunity's there. So let's bring out some cards to see who this person may be if you let your guard down and open your heart, because there's a real need to open your heart and remove that burden from you. This is about enjoying every present moment, the people that you meet, and enjoying the intimacies and the connection, spiritual connection that you have with them and with yourself as you transverse this thing called life. You can't shut yourself off to, there's a need here to put something down, to put something on the back burner. Let's just say that there's a person in your life You may know who that is or not. Or, well, I think you do know who that is. That is just, it didn't work out with, and you're hanging on to the sort of star energy of complete love for them, sort of like trying to do everything to manifest them back. There's a need here for you to put that aside right now. You don't want to miss out on relationships or opportunities that you could have with others. Even though this person may come back in the future, there's no need to like sort of like completely stop everything. We have double hermit energy. I love the hermit card in this deck. This is the green chakra, right? So this is really having to dig deep and look into how you feel on an emotional level. Can you put this person from your past aside and explore new opportunities with others? Okay, this is frustrating to you. I feel that it's almost like you wanting an outcome to something that you know is just out of your reach at this point, but you still want that outcome. Spirit's asking you to grasp new opportunities with new people. So who is a new person? Show me if there's a new person here. Yeah, take the risk. The Fool card. I love the Fools in this. There's two Fool cards in this deck. Yeah, you are the Magician. Okay, you can bring anything in. You can manifest goodness and love and happiness into your life. It is there for the taking for you, Elaine. Spirit's asking you to grasp the new opportunities. Be a bit spontaneous. Take that risk with possibly somebody new. There's so many people around. Obviously, use your intuition because you don't want to put yourself in someone else's energy that is difficult or whatever. There is a female possibly. Maybe this is you, but this is the King of Pentacles, okay? Female, male, they're all females in this deck. This is the triple goddess deck. So you have a masculine here. You're possibly worried that you may lose a masculine. Maybe it's John, if you don't sort of like be a bit more open or receiving. I do feel it is John. You know, the opportunity is there to have something with this person. I'm not telling you to go and do that or not. That's completely your choice. But to explore that, maybe that's a nice idea that you explored that, okay? I would say John definitely is like some sort of soulmate energy. I think it would be some, like, I've probably said this as well to you before, something rings a bell there, that this would be or could be quite a successful relationship. But there's so much, look at this, more fives. There's so much changes going on in your love relationships, but it really comes back to you and this internal battle of being able to put aside somebody that you really truly love to go after something new and be a bit more spontaneous right now, okay? So that's it's an internal thing that you're going to have to battle with or that you need to get over. It can be a challenge and an obstacle and a struggle. You can't make yourself love someone, but maybe you can respect them enough to, I don't know, enjoy their company, be open to their loving and kind nature, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. Crystal, post your first question. Crystal, do you see things being completely over between you and Jordell, the Libra? I'm a Cancer. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for you. Using a little bit unconventional combo of cards, but it is working, so I'm just going to go with it. Okay. So I'm going to say what conflict or issues you had with this person. Okay, there is some sort of internal strength that you've gained from that altercation, fight, issue, problem, whatever that went on between you guys in the past, right? Is it over between Jordell and Crystal? I think that you can overcome the challenge. I do feel that there's a two-pronged thing here. I feel that, well, definitely it's up to both of you to make the decision to go backwards. Maybe go over some obstacles and challenges that you've had to be able to plant a new seed. You would definitely have to start from scratch here and lay some new ground rules and boundaries with each other and with yourself. But the opportunity is there. We have the Lover's energy. That was the first card that came out. I think there's still an adoration, either them to you, you to them, or to each other. There is some sort of need here to be patient. There is sacrifice as well involved. Perhaps you sacrificed friendships, or they have, or you sacrificed time, even finances. There's something here about needing to, if this is going to work, and of course it's your choice and everyone has free will, there is a need to, put the past behind you, but have learnt from the obstacle and challenge that you faced in the past with this person. And I think that it can be done. Like, I think that you can do it, all right? Show me if this person is coming back in. So it's a definite yes. I do think that you're going to have definite conversation with this person. Knight of Swords. They could be writing something to you. You could have wrote them a letter that you either sent or you didn't, an SMS, an email, a text message, or contacted them on social media. There is conversation, there is communication. It could come in out of nowhere as well. It could come in quite quickly. You could be looking at what they're doing on, social media. You could be looking at their friends or things that they post. There is like some sort of yearning here or adoration that you still have for this person. Okay. But on top of saying that, there is an internal battle with this person, like within themselves. Be careful what you're looking at on social media. Pictures do not paint 1,000 words. I hate that song. When a picture paints 1,000 words. It doesn't paint 1,000 words. And there's a lot behind the pictures, like people post. Perhaps they threw up 5 minutes later, or perhaps like they had an argument just before they fake smiled a family photo. I don't like that. So it's important that you don't spend too much emphasis or time on looking on social media, okay? I do feel that there is some regret on his part, possibly an apology coming in towards you. It doesn't really matter who has to apologise to who. It's having the opportunity to get over any obstacle and challenge. And that's all about how a relationship works. If you can't get through the obstacle and challenge, or if it comes up and you're not willing or capable to work on it, then the relationship is not worth it at all, okay? I think I was doing a reading, I think it was yesterday, for someone saying, I know who it was, but I'm not going to say who it was, saying that, they're both really trying hard to make it work. That is very commendable. If one of you is and one of you isn't, then that's not worth your time, right? Or otherwise you're just wasting your beating a dead horse. But there is some sort of regret here, Crystal, on his part. I would try, and you've got 3 5s, you've got 4 5s, 5 5 5 5 in your reading today, okay? So check out what that means, and obviously it does talk about change. It is the hardest in numerology in the tarot as well, sort of like it's that middle story, it's the should I, shouldn't I energy, that confusion. It can be mental conflict, mental battle, internal energy, anger, emotions, regrets, feeling less than, even though you're not looking around you and seeing what you already have. It's a difficult energy, the 5s, okay? All right, what else do we have? Libra energy, 8 of Cups energy, 4 of Wands. Possible twin flame energy here. They are the hardest to work on. Twin flames have gone through so many past lifetimes together. Good things have happened, super bad things have happened, betrayal, deceit, disrespect, love in a different life, maybe in complete adoration, separation from each other, distance and longing. There's so many different lives that twin flames have had together. This could be a twin flame relationship, just because also we have the Eight of Cups. Any 8 next to the twin flame energy is like a double clarification of twin flame or strong soulmate energy, because yeah, and that's the truth at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Swords. This is part of your destiny, possibly, to test with this person your commitment to each other. All right. I think that this relationship has the capacity to get back on track with the Justice energy being here, and to talk about we've overcome so many challenges and obstacles with this being in the past, in our past lifetimes, and we've been through so many regrets. We've been you know, childhood sweethearts. We've been everything in every time. Okay, we can get through anything type of energy. So the connection that you have is super strong. Crystal, post your second question. Elaine, thank you. You will be next after Crystal. Crystal has one more question. We haven't done any free reads yet, so that's okay. I'm on for 3 hours, so hopefully we'll get through some of those. Okay, post your second question, Crystal. Okay, that's hard to say fast. Post your second question, Crystal. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for Crystal for your second question. What do you see the outcome of our conversation being? I think that you can, like the wisdom of the oracle is saying, to avoid conflict, you know, it's about maturity here in conversation. You know, it's about having the maturity to have a mature conversation and say, where do we go from here? Definitely take anyone else's opinions, views, or any conflict or chaos. Excuse me, I'm purging. So something you need to release any confusion, conflict, or chaos from the conversation that you are going to have. The number 33 is here, as well as the number 10, and see where you can go moving forward. If you can have this mature conversation with this person, okay, then you're going to get somewhere in a positive light, okay? It's completely up to you. Things will then line up, serendipity. Things will start to fall into place if you can have a mature conversation and say, where do we build on from here? Where do we go from here? Okay. But it really is up to both of you to not look at the past. It's about looking at the past and structuring it differently. Okay, I reacted like this, or I was triggered like this. I've thought about it. It was probably because this has happened to me. Or you said it like that, and I don't like why. You know, for example, say he said something to you and it triggered like anger in you. It's up to you then, right, Crystal, to look at why the anger was triggered. Was it from childhood? Was it from something that someone always told you were not good enough or whatever? So it may not be necessarily what they said, but the trigger within, okay? There is a lot of loyalty here, loyal heart, okay? Is it about being loyal to each other? Is it about completely committing just to each other and wanting to be on the same page? Is that what you want? Is it the commitment that you want? Is he ready for that? Okay. At 23, I don't know. How old is he? 23? I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. It depends upon what people want out of their life. But cleaning up these conversations while keeping the maturity there is important. Okay. Being very honest with each other. The higher power cards here, which tells me that you're very... There is changes coming about in this relationship, first of all. You are being guided. You are being helped by your ancestors in regards to this. There's something, Spirit just said heartstrings, because you do love this person, okay? Sorry, Brandon, that we didn't get to you. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Star. I think Aquarius, I think that you're going to get what you want, Ace of Cups, in regards to starting up again with this person. The bond is too strong to be broken, okay? I do feel, Crystal, okay? There is a romantic element, but it's not mature with the Knight of Cups being here, okay? There is a need for you, if you want this, to build upon this relationship, to give this person the benefit of the doubt that they may not be emotionally mature, but they're trying to put their heart on their sleeve here. They're coming in with romance. They're coming in with, can you help this person to understand themselves emotionally more? You know, what can you do to assist this? Are you emotionally mature enough too? There's all these questions, I do feel. But, you know, the month of April is, I don't know if you watched your Sun Rising or North Node in the beginning of the read, which I will put in the timestamps later, but go check that out, okay? You may have some info there for April in love. I think that this relationship is strong enough, okay, to build a new bridge to cross, especially with the Ace of Cups being here. There is a lot of love. There's a lot of water under the bridge. I'm seeing this bridge and this water, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of water under the bridge. There's a lot of emotional things. There's a lot of things you both have been through. It's supporting each other in your own growth, in your human growth, okay? If this person isn't emotionally mature enough yet, are you willing to stick it out until they sort of like grow into a man? Sort of, I'm seeing like an ape banging their chest, okay? Maybe they're not at that stage yet, okay? All right. So this is you thinking differently. This is you thinking from a different perspective, and, you know, not beating yourself up or not having that sort of like pressure in your own mind that this person isn't mature enough and this isn't blah 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 and this isn't blah blah blah. It's about like just really accepting them for who they are, right? Elaine, post your question. I feel like I'm playing at the casino sometimes with all these cards. Love you to let John in. I'm not at the stage of love yet. I like him platonically. Okay. I think in your own time. Spirit just said in your own time you will. If that's the story you want, okay. You've got Scorpio, Death card, regeneration, transformation. You have been through a lot. But, you know, this tree here is, first of all, the blue tree for me in Australia does talk about the masculine, okay? Those of you in Australia, you'll know what I mean. But this is like you've been through a lot, and from that difficulty in your life so far with love, there's still beautiful little leaves on this branch, okay, that are on this tree, that are blossoming, that are growing. So there is the opportunity, like I said before, the opportunity is there for you to grow, for this to grow into something brand new, even from destruction. This new tree is growing leaves. So the opportunity is there. That's all I'm sort of gonna say. Obviously, the rest is up to you. Will it grow into love? That's whether you want to put your heart out there. That's whether you want to do the work to put aside the emotional loss that you're feeling from another person, okay? Yeah, it's how much love you want to put in. And caring and compassion. King of Cups energy. I think this person has a lot of love for you. Yeah. Three of Wands. Yeah, the opportunity, the doorway is there. The doorway is there. It's currently closed. If you look at that, you're sort of like walking away and thinking about something else. Maybe carrying your worries or your troubles, or, you know, what you're thinking about on your sleeve. But the opportunity is there because you have the Knight of Cups to bring love to this situation. And it's your choice to go down this road. I'm not, you know, you can't force yourself to fall in love or have that butterfly love for this person. You can't force it, but Spirit's saying you could possibly explore it, all right? The Queen of Pentacles, this is you, Elaine. This is you also getting to, number one, getting to know each other at a level that you're comfortable with. She's journaling here, so she's writing down all the to's and fro's, the pros and cons of this. I think there's a lot of love for this person, a lot, okay? There's definitely soulmate energy with John. You are supposed to be in his life. He is supposed to be in yours, whatever capacity. There is the opportunity for a very successful relationship, a very family orientated, a very loving relationship. This is someone who, you know, wouldn't harm a fly and would support and protect you and keep you safe at all times type of energy. I think you know this. We can romanticize what love can be. I'm very lucky in that regard that I have, you know, the best of every world with my person. And that doesn't come along very often, right? So it's whether you want to put the work in, to be honest. Like I said, it doesn't have to be all about, you know, intimacy. That only lasts for so long. But they are a soulmate. We also have 2 6s here. We have the number 8 and the 8 of Pentacles. There's a saying here. I'm trying to think of what it is. There's see if it fits energy. There's a see if it fits energy. Okay. And then there's the 4 of Wands. It's almost like you have to date this person. Spirit's sort of like you saying you have to see if it fits before you discount it, okay? It's like try before you buy type of energy, okay? We do have the Twin Flame and the Soulmate card and the 8 of Pentacles. Is it possible we can have two Twin Flames? That's an open question that maybe I'm going to want to explore in the future. Because when I do readings for people, sometimes I get these 2 cards out often for the same person, but for 2 different people, if that makes sense. Maybe there is 2 twin flames. Maybe there is a lot more than just 2. Maybe they're different parts of ourselves. But there is something really structured and beautiful here. If it's not twin flame energy, it's structure, it's beauty, it's a soul path that would keep you very protected and very safe and very cherished and very loved, okay? So, you know, that is up to you whether you want to go down that road with this person, yeah? But there is a battle within there, which we've talked about already. Okay. All right. Let's have a look and see if D. Ramlal is still here. Unique Love, if they're still here. Thank you for all your donations. My gosh. Guys, I've been on here for 2 hours. D. Ramlal, you have been so patient. I'm going to make sure I spend a bit of time on your reading. Okay. Nadini, I have got a long list. I'm not sure whether I'll get to you today. I've got about an hour left. I'm going to do a 3-hour live just because I spent the first... Geez, this is very beautiful smelling, but very annoying to my throat. This first hour I did spend on... the All Signs for April. Go back and check that out. There may be something in there for you if you don't get your reading today. If you want to donate, you will be next in line. However, I always honour my donations. With the guy I'm interested in, is he the person I'm going to end up with, whom I have been hoping and manifesting to come in? Okay, let's have a look and see what Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, you have been definitely manifesting, co-creating with Spirit to bring forward this person. I think you're very like regimented. You could be Virgo or Libra energy. There's this like doing things the right way in the right time, and there's a release of control required from you. Like, don't expect too much. Possibly there'll be a divine detour or course correct in regards to your life in general. So there's a need to release some sort of control here, to get control, to feel like, when you release control in your life and be more flexible, there you go, flexibility. Okay, it's going to bring you about a lot more blessings. You're going to be more spontaneous. You're going to be more like, what will come will just come, like what is what is, and I'm just going to enjoy each and every day type of energy. With the changes that are going on around you, okay? There's some resistance here. You may be resisting something that is happening in your life as well right now. Let's have a look at your direct question. Hey Chanley, thank you so much, Chanley, for supporting. You're being really great help today. Thank you. Okay. I do have 2 days left of private reading, 50% off. If anyone wants to go there, you can send me an email. Okay. Is this person like the person? 3 of Swords. There's a lot of fear here that this is going to end. Like, you're fearing that this will not happen. You're fearing that this will not continue to be as wonderful or beautiful that it is right now. Or that it's going to come to anything at all. Okay. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear in your heart. Maybe you're telling yourself narratives of what could happen, the worst case scenario, and we do that to protect ourselves so that we won't be disappointed when the shit hits the fan or the worst happens. There's a need for you to really make sure your energy is always thinking positively, getting out of bed every day in the morning going like, it's going to be okay, it's going to be a great day. It's really important that you detach as well, especially as a feminine. If you are a feminine, to detach. You don't have to always be at someone's beck and call, and you don't always have to be codependent. I feel codependency, though, is like a bit of a paradox when people talk about it, when readers talk about it, when people talk about it in general. I think like we are all dependent upon others for our happiness and safety. That is just human nature and the human part of ourselves. We can go overboard with it, right, though. A lot of the feminist movement is like, I can look after myself, I don't need a man, which is BS and demasculates men, and I'm not going to start talking about that again. All right, so it's important that there's a fine line here between like you being codependent and not. All right, a man wants to be needed and respected and feel that you are safe with them and protected, and you need to let them know this as well, without saying I'm completely dependent upon that. So there's something here about you having your own life too, right? They are a soulmate. They are part of your life. They are supposed to be in your life, and that's spirit just clarifying this to you, okay? But there's a need to be very flexible with your time, with your energy. Maybe don't, like I said, be always available to this person, but not in a playing games type of way, okay? Definitely do everything from a place of love. The King of Cups is him. I do feel that this is his energy. He has come in your life at the right time. Maybe it's because something happened to you or in your family, or you needed some support or guidance, or just someone's love and caring at a particular time that he came in. There's something about timing. The timing was right, or it was just right. There's a lot of caring. There's a lot of respect from this person towards you. We have this beautiful Ace of Cups, so this outpouring of love, this new feeling of emotions and romance, okay, towards each other. Hey, Chanley. Yeah. I would say to get, we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy here. I would say to get to know this person at a very practical level, you know, what their likes and dislikes are, not just at a romantic level. It's important that, because that won't last necessarily forever, that romance and gushiness and love. I mean, I'm very lucky that for 13 years it has for me. but it doesn't last for everybody like that, that romantic side of things, okay? Yeah, so there's, you got the moon energy as well, so Pisces. Why is the moon here? Yeah, Spirit's basically saying enjoy the romance, enjoy how things are going to play out, enjoy the transformation you both are going to have as a partnership, okay? And don't worry, don't fear too much about when he will say I love you, or when he will say let's like take it to the next level. There's an element that you really need to look at your shadow side and where your fears do lay in that regard, okay? Because there's a need or a want for love. Is it possible that in your childhood there was a, you didn't have that? What we usually look in with love relationships is what we didn't have, that clarification or that acknowledgement all the time that you know you are loved. I think that happens a lot in romance, okay? And the fear that you've got double fear here in your reading, I think this is from you. Like you're worried that you're not good enough or worthy enough, or you know this person is not going to be part of your life or transform with you. So there's a need here to really think positively about romance. The grass is not greener on the other side. That's also coming through as well. Okay, don't cheat yourself out of this relationship by any disappointments emotionally from either your childhood, your past, or whatever, because that is just going to cause this massive internal battle. Yeah, addressing it on a personal level, journaling possibly, therapy, or talking to a friend about how you feel. Communication is very much highlighted with all this blue being here. Look at all this blue here in regards to this, what I'm talking about. So, yeah, there is some work for you to do. Look at what happened to you in your life. It could even be past lives, so you may need to do a regression about being worthy of love, or you know, perhaps you didn't get a lot of love from your mother or your father or your siblings. Maybe you were alone a lot. Maybe you were brought up in a very hermetized environment where you were starved of love in some capacity. There is something here in your past that you need to address, okay, so that you can fully let love in, and that you can feel worthy of it, okay, because it's about the feeling worthy of it. If the feeling of the worth is not there, then you're saying, why does this person love me? Who am I? And you don't want to do that. You want to be like, I am the best. I am the, you know, DB. I am everything, right? Unique Love, I don't know if you're still there. Let me know. Unique Love, Ethereal Muse Tarot, or Brandon. I think Brandon had to pop out or go to work or go to sleep. Who knows? But I know Brandon's left the feed. Unique Love, what's coming towards you soon? We've got an hour left, guys, of today's live. I am on for an extra time. I'm also going to be on tomorrow night, Sunday PM. Okay, that's like the last hurrah for this week. And I will miss you all for a week. I do have some spaces, probably about 3 private reading spaces left for my 50% off reads. They are 25 US dollars for 30 minutes and 40 US dollars for an hour read. So if you want to take advantage of that, send me an email. I've got 3 spaces left. Tomorrow will be the last live as well for the week. What is coming towards Unique Love soon? We'll make it, I did like have a lot of channeled messages that came through. And I will do that on the live tomorrow. There is a steering in a different direction. No, I don't think short men are weak at all. I think there's more of like a lion power within like shorter statured people. because they, especially masculines, right? Because there is competition. Competition within the masculine energy has happened since the beginning of the time. Even the Neanderthals were a real species of human. Uh, it's always portrayed as like that competition, competition for food, competition for the female, right? Competition. And it, you know, I don't know why height was put such an emphasis was put on height with this, but it has been maybe through media, maybe through, you know, yeah, social media, uh, portrayments of the big Cohen the Barbarian, right, on the big screen and things like this, okay. I have actually always dated shorter men. I've only dated one tall guy in my life, and yeah, we won't talk about him just in case he pops in. But he wasn't all he was cracked up to be, and he was a very weak individual, okay, when it came to his ethics and morals, and you know who he is as a person, and who he continues to be as I know him. As yeah, so height has got nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, it is portrayed in movies and films and things like that. I do have a very somebody that I know. I wouldn't say they're a friend, but they are shorter of stature, very strong masculine that I know in my life. I've dated weak men that are short and very strong men that are short. So, and you know, I think maybe for some women who don't at a mature level understand that media portrays larger or taller men, and yeah, there is that competition aspect, like the stronger, bigger built you are, the more, you know, more protective you are to a female or whatever. That is just like, but I don't think it's the truth, no. Right. Unique love. After that being said, and I hope Space Cowboy heard my rattling on then, okay, let's see what's coming towards unique love. Let's see what's here for you. You may feel, unique love, that you're wanting to spend more time in your environment. Your environment, your where you live geographically, your home. There's some importance or emphasis on that, okay? Or just being alone within yourself is really, really nice, okay? I want you to dream big. Spirit just said, I want you to dream big, unique love, okay? Make sure that you're getting a lot of rest. You may go through a period, I'm getting mid-April, where you may have a cold or feel low on an energetic level. Make sure that you are eating well and like looking after your body. But think big as far as your future, as far as your plans, as far as your dreams. Because I feel that it's, there you go, there's something new coming in here. If you're doing anything legal or signing anything, of course, wait for the next few days till Mercury goes direct. There's a lot of newness. There's a lot of opportunity for new beginnings in business, in love, in anything you want to start. I think you can bring anything in right now. So dream big, and that's why Spirit's saying to dream big. Dream big. Do not dream small. There may be some legal things that you need to sign, like I was going to say before as well. I wanted to talk about the present moment, and now the TikTok card has come out, so I will talk about it now. You do have time in your life, I just want to say, to achieve all your goals, but there's no rush here, okay? So you need to possibly slow down a little bit in regards to your dreams and your goals, and don't expect things to happen. You know, there's a need to go with the flow a lot more here, and understand that life is worth living right now, and not a dream or goal that you may have that's like a 2-year plan or a 3-year plan. You can have these financial plans, but it's important to ensure that every moment and every day of your life, you're just putting yourself on a pedestal and having the best life possible, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen from minute to minute, from second to second in our own life. And love is everything, and there's a love for family here as well. But you are like, you have a lot of magician power right now, okay? I do see love for you. I don't know whether you're with someone, involved with someone right now. There is like this big change possibly happening in regards to romance for you. If you, ooh, and even twin flame energy coming in. So if you are single, yeah, I am single. You want love in your life, be open to it, because like, I feel that you are ready for a romance, okay? I feel that you are ready for your, possibly for your twin flame to come in. I think that's come through a lot for a lot of people. There's a lot of celebration, a lot of rejoicing with friends. There's a lot of love that you can give to others. You're very intuitive at this time. There's a lot of needing to put yourself first in your dreams. Every time you think of a situation that's really affected you on an emotional level, it's time to switch that way of thinking around into what it taught you, okay? And release any outdated narratives about yourself. Don't cling on too tightly to a set way of doing things or being, because, you know, like I said, like I had like a 1 year plan, and I really wanted to focus on my tarot and do this full time. But Spirit is like, no, you're not ready for that just yet, okay? I have a lot of time. I'm still like only 52. I don't have to retire like at 53. I can just still work a couple more years. Let me just live my life and enjoy each day and embrace like why Spirit wants me to keep working in my primary job and keep traveling and stuff. Maybe there's something in it. Okay, maybe there's something in that for you as well, right? There's a lot of focus I do feel on a particular something. It can be like something, a dream that you have. It could be to do with travel. There is passion coming in for you. Here's the Magician. I love this. It's like, it reminds me of the High Priestess card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck with the moon energy here, okay? On the ground, you can see. She's surrounded by abundance. She's laid a path for herself. She's centered herself, and she intuitively knows exactly which direction. She can feel her way through any situation. This is you right now, but love is definitely wanting to come in. I think you're going to be very alluring in the month of April to quite a few people. So just use that intuition, right? Make sure that you're vibing with the right ones. Then you have the Sun, which is love and light and happiness. Possibly quite a lot of social media presence or research that you're doing as well. There is the Emperor energy here, so you've got Emperor. Someone is very focused on you, going to be highly focused on you, okay? Emperor can also talk about your father figure. It can talk about the father figure in your life. It can talk about your boss. There's a lot of happiness here, okay? Someone may be seeing you just being very carefree and being like, no, you can't do things like that. You have to get more disciplined with your money or your life, or like, where are you going? You're like, I'm just having a good time, okay? There may be something you really want to do. I do feel Africa is really significant for you, if that means anything to you. Maybe other people are trying to control you in some sort of way. Maybe your parents have been trying to control you, or they've told you that you can't do things, or you can't do things in the time that you want to do them. Spirit's saying to follow your own dreams here. Don't listen to others at this time. I don't know if Africa means something. I'm also getting the Lion King. I don't know what that means to you. The lion may be your spirit animal. Being generous with spirit as well is really significant. There is some information possibly coming in that is going to maybe ignite a little bit of fear in you, a message that may come in, something that you didn't know about, or something out of the blue, could be to do with a family member or whatever. That's coming through as well. So I don't know really what context that's in, but that's there. Okay. Okay, thank you, Unique Love. Ethereal Muse or Shana, Ethereal Muse and Shana are next. If anyone wants to donate, to skip the queue, I'm on for 45 more minutes. That's going to be it for me. That's my 3-hour gap that I put aside today. I will be on again tomorrow, approximately 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time tomorrow afternoon. And that will be my last live for 7 days or 8 days. General for Ethereal Muse. But yes, it's $5 to skip the queue. You can do so, and you will be next. I honor all my donations. Okay. I'm seeing the dolphin spirit for you. Let's see what we have here. Oh, if anyone's not seen, what's it called? Outlaw King. It's really good. I watched it last night. So we have the giraffe spirit, the swan spirit, the otter spirit. Very different spirit animals here. You have fire, you have earth, you have water, okay? You have air, you have all the elements here. So we have air here, water, earth, fire energy here. Lots of opportunities coming up, lots of changes happening in your life. Maybe you need to go through some sort of deep, dark night of the soul in the month of April to see the bigger picture, or see somebody else's perspective about something, or just have a different outlook to life and see things from a different way or a different place. I had to go through this recently. I wouldn't have called it a dark night of the soul for myself. I think it was more like just being very consciously aware of what and who is saying things around you, and just being aware of why or how they're saying things, why it's triggering you, what caused the trigger. I'm getting ringing in both of my ears right now, so this may be really hitting home to you, okay? Don't throw around the tower energy too lightly. Towers are when major life uprooting events can happen, like the loss of a loved one, or a divorce, or a loss of a child or a job. You know, tower moments are not like, you know, you just broke up with someone. I mean, it can be a tower moment, depends what is associated with it. But I don't see this as being a tower moment. I just think it's a pause to see things a different way, or to start thinking in a different way. So why is the see the bigger picture here for this thinking a different way? Hanged man energy, right? Yeah. Needing to look more so at the past failures or mistakes as you've seen them, things that have happened. This can be in a financial capacity too, or material, like what's your relationship with money, or how do you view security or prosperity. That may be something that's going on in your life. So yes, it's time for a deep dive. I don't know whether it's a tower moment, okay? I don't know whether this is a tower moment for you specifically, okay? But it's going to bring some sort of new energy here. There's some sort of new beginning that's going to come out of this pensive thinking in April, okay? There is a heavy emotion with the swan spirit. Anything from the past may be coming up that may be causing you to feel emotionally unhinged a little bit, which is possible. I'm also getting someone could be helping you with going through something that you've had to deal with on an emotional level, which could have been a tower moment. I'm not downplaying that it wasn't, but you're going to get back, okay? You're going to get back on track, on more of a positive way of thinking here. Whatever you're seeing things as differently, or knowing that you need to look at life differently, to take more risk, be more spontaneous. And I think you know this, I think you've learned this, things can happen from day to day. I think something possibly has happened in your life where it's been like a tremendous upheaval, and you've had to really look at things, or maybe you just look at life differently in general, okay? The Queen of Wands, spirituality has really helped you, or does help you through difficult moments, especially emotionally things in your life. I think there are females around you that are very supportive. You are never alone. You may never be, like, you may not be alone. You may have a lot of family, a lot of people around you. There's a specific female or two that really do support you as well in your life, okay? Someone that's always there for you, that really builds you up and tells you that you are wanted and loved. And if there isn't, Spirit saying that you are, okay, you are loved and you are never alone here. So the month of April is like a very much so a time of some changes that are going on, needing to see a few things in a different light. You know, but there's a real need for you to be at home with yourself and know that you're unique and rare and beautiful and wonderful, okay? That you have some sort of magic within you here. You may be wanting to study more about astrology or tarot or anything to do with anything esoteric, okay? This is what makes you feel centered and balanced and grounded, like being really connected with your guides, your angels. This is what you love to do. If you would want to, I don't know, maybe you want to turn something into a spiritual business, you would be very, very successful, okay? I feel that there's some sort of spiritual path opening up for you, or the spiritual path is already there, Ethereal Muse Tarot, and the Spirit's wanting you to really cultivate that. There's something that you really love to do and that like highlights your abilities, especially your spiritual abilities, okay? I feel there is moments in time where you really think a lot about the past, possibly about a child, possibly about a masculine fire sign is coming up here as well, where there's a lot of pain, or there's been a lot of pain through something that happened in the past. I do feel that that will come and go through your life. I don't feel that that will sort of like ever dissipate, but not dissipate. It will never go away. I think things that happen that are very traumatic events, they, you know, they're always in the back of our mind, or now and again they can pop up. This may be you may be going through this. It may be hitting home, or something may trigger some like crying or a release of emotions, some heartbreak, okay? Yeah, sometimes it's hard to move forward. Sometimes it's hard to embrace this full card energy for you. You know, where your absolute beauty in who you are within exudes out to others and within to yourself is in your spirituality, okay? It's in your tarot, it's in your astrology, it's in whatever you do. I know your name is the Ethereal Muse Tarot. There's a reason for that, okay? And we create what we want for ourselves. I see a lot of creation happening for you if you want it, okay? Especially in regards to your spiritual practice, whatever you do, or whatever you like to do, whether it's Reiki, healing, whether it's psychic abilities, whatever it is, Spirit's wanting you to really cultivate that, okay? Because there's something beautiful coming out of that. That's where you can give so much to another as well, okay? Shana, I don't know if Shana's there. Shana, post your question. Shana, are you there? Shana, are you there? Shana, Ashish. Chanley, post your question, please. Shana, Ashish, or Chanley. Let me refresh my feed. Okay, Chanley, post your question. Let's pull some cards for you. I'll be on for around 35 more minutes, guys. I'm going to do an 3-hour reads today. I did an all signs if you weren't here at the beginning of today's live. So go back and look at your sun, rising or north node. If you've done your birth chart, there's some messages in there for you. Channelie, post your question. Let's have a look and see what's here for you. Channelie, are you there? What's going on? Can everyone hear me? No one's really talking to me. I don't know if anyone can hear me. Let me know if you can. I've got 11 people sitting on here. I've pulled some cards for Channelie. I just want Channelie to say that she can hear me before I move forward with her reading, okay? So, can you guys hear me? I know there's people jumping on and off, so you must be able to hear me. Okay, I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me you can hear me before we move on. And I just got a reminder that I had 2% on my device, so give me a second, guys. I'm going to plug that in. You don't want that to go dead. Okay. Okay, I think Andrew donated. I don't know if Andrew is here. Let me know. Kitson donated. Kitson, you've donated for 2. Okay, Kitson, post your question. I don't know what happened just then to the feed. I think problem just then with my device. I'll try do my best because I'm sort of like charging my device at the same time and the camera's a little bit out of whack, but I'm just going to move this out of the way as well because that's really, really messy and it's really annoying me. Pour all my little crystals here. Okay, Kitson, post your first question. It can just be general. Kitson, you haven't been on here. Well, I haven't seen you on here before. So first questions are good for like general and the second question's good for like a specific question if you want some advice there. And let's pull out some cards for you. I'm going to use the Seasons of the Witch card. If anyone would like to donate now while I'm doing Kitson's reading, you can do so. I'm on for 30 more minutes and then that is it. I will be leaving the feed. I will be on again tomorrow. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for you, Kitson. When does it end? What does that mean? When does the one end? Okay. You have some sort of spiritual gift, Andrew, about you. You have something in your energy that you can give to others, especially. You are a light worker, all right? There's a lot that you have that you can help people to learn from past experiences and challenges that they've gone through. Like an amazing vocation for you would be to be like a counselor or a healer, okay? All right. There's a lot that you can learn from or have learned from the past in past lives that you can bring onto others to help them transmute any negative energy to positive. Like I said, an amazing vocation for you would be to be a healer. You could be a Virgo, okay? That's also someone you are of service to others. That is like a big part of your life. There's a need as well here. I'm feeling that you need to sort of like surrender to this fact that you are here part of your the main part of your life purpose, and what you are doing here is to illuminate other people and help them transmute negative energy. So anything to do with healing, counseling, work, anything to do with supporting others is really going to be very beneficial, and help other people to really be their authentic self, okay? You may be wanting to really learn something new in the month of April. There may be something coming in for you to do with your work or a business opportunity that is going to really change a lot of things for you. It's like adding another feather to your cap. Maybe you've already got some qualifications behind you, so learning something new will be very beneficial for you, okay? There's something though that you're seeking. You're seeking some sort of change. There's a need to have a look at your own shadow side, your healing. You know, looking, for example, at where a relationship has taken you in the past, or where relationships have taken you. What has triggered you within that? What part did you play in the breakdown of that? Okay. So that you can be the best version of yourself you can be, okay? And you will see clearly, like if you do that healing work, you will get the clarity you need to be able to learn from the past and move forward in a more positive way to be the best version of yourself that you can be for yourself and others. But there's something here about transmuting the shadow, and needing to really look at that shadow side of yourself. We have to do this. I feel that we do this on a conscious level if we're very spiritual all the time, like on a daily training ground. Okay, I see my life as a daily training ground where I'm training for some sort of like end goal. I'm just not quite sure what that end goal is, because spirit can lead us in different ways and different roads that we may not see right now, okay? This is quite a deep reading for you, but it's important that you are very authentic. If you've got any emotional, especially clutter within your energy, it is time to clear that out now, okay, and just put that behind you. Know what you've learned from emotional lessons in the past, as long as you're your authentic self, okay? When does it all end? You're talking about the world. I'm not a psychic. I don't know that. Maybe go online and look at psychic readings, okay, for when does it all end. It never ends. We're always transmuting energy, whether we're humanly alive or dead, because we are energy and we never end, okay? This is about believing in yourself more. If you're wanting to start something, I just want to say something new. Okay, if you're wanting to start something new, there is a need to possibly save for a rainy day here, get more secure if you're into getting secure. Some people just like are very spontaneous and fly by the seat of their pants and just don't worry from day to day, especially if you're a fire sign. And just know that it will come in towards you, the abundance. There's a belief in yourself required for something new that you're possibly learning here. I feel that your life has not been easy. I think there's been a struggle. I feel it's more like an internal struggle within oneself to fight against temptation or fight against vices and things that have come. There's a lot of like that devil type of energy where you've had to really look at life or things from a different perspective. There's a real need to have this conscious knowing what is good for you and what is not good for you, just in general, like through your life, okay? So you have the Queen of Cups energy. This is possibly wanting love in your life. Possibly there's a female coming into your life if you're interested in feminines, all right? I do feel this issue as well with this person. I feel that there's been a lot of disappointment emotionally in your life, but if you're able to transmute that energy, and like I said at the beginning, like see, it begins with you. Spirit just said he asked where it begins. It begins with you if you want to do the work to transmute any negative energy and heal through the changes, and especially emotional changes. Possibly things happen with parental figures in your life where there was disappointment, emotional disappointment, or things haven't been successful possibly in love for you. Maybe to do with like past experiences or family situations. But I do think there's like an opening here for romance or love. I don't think, though, that you can be bothered sometimes with going down that path. I think you know thyself, though, whether there's healing to be done or not. I think you don't want to sort of take anyone else's burden or anyone else's thing into your life. Spirituality is not so much highlighted here, but it's important that you do, pray to whoever you want to pray to, whoever it is to you, okay, to get the answers you possibly need, all right? What's your second question? I know that you've wrote a very cryptic question, but you want to write a specific question that would be helpful to be able to focus on something specific for you, Kitson. Okay, we've got about 25 minutes to go, guys. Kitson's got a second question. I don't know. Let's have a look and see. Do you want to ask about your career? Do you want to ask about love? Do you want to know what's coming in for you for the rest of 2025 or what you need to be focused on? Let's just have a look at that if you can't think of a question, okay? So we have the number 7. This is sort of reiterating what we just talked about. What is it you're seeking? I want to ask you a question, okay? What is it that you're seeking? What is it that you want? Maybe you need to ask yourself that. Like, it's almost like I don't want you to ask me questions. I want to ask you questions, Kitson. It's like, what are you seeking? What is it that you really want? It's time for the seeker to look within. You are the seeker. I don't know if there's a movie called The Seeker or a video game called The Seeker. I don't know. That's just coming through for whatever reason. Whatever you're not happy about within oneself as well, because I'm picking up some sort of like anger or discontent. Whatever that is, and we've all got anger and discontent or had that through our lives. That can only be faced by you to fix that, whatever issue that is to you, okay? All right, I'm going to use the wisdom of the okay. "2025, Spirit wants you to really focus on go with the flow. Whatever comes your way, and then you will just be happy with that, and you will be accepting of that Spirit is just putting whatever they put, like whatever your guides and angels and whatever Spirit wants you to do in your life. There is a big emphasis, though, on you working on shadow aspects of yourself, okay, and learning from things from the past. There is like some sort of amazing new opportunity, though, I do see for you in 2025, where you're either putting yourself on a pedestal or somebody else's, or maybe it's to do with your career. What do we have here? Things are definitely lining up for you. You know what you don't want and what you do want. The not for you is in the reverse, which is saying that you do know what you do want, and you don't, you know, what you don't want. But there's also a need here for you to look within and seek what it is that's truly going to satisfy you and make you happy. I've got peace here, so to be peaceful, to be content, to be happy, to just go with the flow, but also know what you don't want is coming in here. All right. There's some sort of hard work required by you. Let's have a look into that a little bit more. There's a little bit of risk Spirit wants you to take with getting out of your comfort zone and trying or doing something new, whether it's learning something new or whether it's like a new thing at work, or there's something here that is needed or required. You very much know thyself. I just want to keep saying. There's a feeling of waking up from a bit of slumber here. Ten of Pentacles is straight out here. Wow. So the Ten of Pence is about having it all. Having it all. It's filled with abundance of whatever you want in this year. An amazing career, lots of financial gain. Being able to buy anything you want when you want, okay? There is a huge opportunity, especially with material and money here. What else do we have? A huge opportunity, a lot of balance, a lot of emotional balance, a lot of getting what you want. This Queen of Cups is here. If you're not like in a relationship, there's possibly a feminine here for you. If you're interested in feminines, they could be a Pisces. You could meet them on the internet as well, okay? But a very strong female here. I'm seeing a lot of tattoos with you, like, all right, really unusual, quirky, you know, dress, or you're very unusual. That's just what I want to say, you know. There's like a very like elusive thing as well about you. People don't know sort of like how to take you. I'm picking up too as well. You're definitely not confused about how you feel on an emotional level towards another person, whether you're with someone or not right now, or you're, you know, moving into a new relationship. There's definitely someone who is as unusual or like as quick as you. I'm getting comic books as well with you, so I don't know if that means anything to you. The Eight of Cups is here. I think you're going through an emotional transformation. There could be travel on the cards as well. There's definitely an opportunity in love and money for you, Kitson, okay? And, you know, you do need to put hard work into it there. You can't just expect everything to come forward. I think you're a very chilled out person, to say the least. Okay. That's the energy I'm picking up from you. Thank you for your reading. Okay, let's look at Ashish if you're there. Shana if you're there. Space Cowboy. Chanley, post your question. Kritika if you're there. Thank you, Kitsen. I hope that made some sort of sense. And I don't know if any of that stuff about, I just see, I see you. I see you very like a very unique type of person that you are. I see that energy within you. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Do you have tattoos? I'd like to know that. Be interesting. I just see you like chilling with some tattoos and some video games and a bottle of Pepsi type of person. All right. I'm not being condescending in any way. Space Cowboy, please, Chanley, write your question. Let's have a look at Space Cowboy. Should you message Armani tonight? What messages does she have for me? Okay, thank you, Chanley. We'll get to you next. Should I message Armani tonight? One card for that, please. Just let things flow into place. Set up, okay, there's something about setting up the stage, or set something up, which means maybe ask them a question, okay? When you put a question mark at the end of something or the end of a sentence, that person is sort of obliged to answer the question. If they don't, there's no respect there. You'll get the answer to your own question, okay? So I think you should message them, even if it's, what are you doing? Question mark. What are you doing tonight? Question mark. Yeah. So I don't know why you're asking this. You could be asking them, why did you, whatever, fill in the blank. Okay. What messages does she have for you? There's something here about not wanting to like get too serious or overthink a relationship. Just have fun. That's what she wants to tell you. She's not ready, I don't feel, for commitment at this time, okay? Or to be like really high-wired into like a relationship or a serious relationship, but she does want to have fun. That's the type of energy I'm picking up with her, okay? I don't think she wants to overthink this connection. I think she wants to like just like take a chill pill and, you know, see what happens, not really make any decisions. Like there's like this real stagnant energy. She wants to tell you, I would say, that she is really putting herself first at this point in time, doing the things she loves. Enjoying life, loving life, and her friendships. Whereas you may be more serious or want to be more committed in the relationship, okay? And you're manifesting this relation, like you're really wanting to, you're thinking a lot about this person, you're like really wanting to put the energy out there. This is going to transform into something. And I'm not saying that it won't, okay? There's definitely communication coming in between you guys, either tonight or over, you know, the next couple of days. But there's a need for you to not be too serious. There's a seriousness here. Just see what the open doorways, the new opportunities that are there, that are available for both of you. There's a need to like release control. And I talked about releasing control all week, okay? About how if you release the control of the outcome, then you're going to be more in control of your present moment, okay? That's a good way to sort of like explain it. But also like romantic, bringing romance. Maybe you're going to buy her a gift or send her a flower or pick her a flower. I don't know. There's something about a flower here. Communication's definitely coming in. There's more acceptance I'm hearing. I do think she's definitely part of your soul journey. You have a soul contract with this person, okay? She may be trying to fight that a little bit at the moment, but it's a possible twin flame connection here. That she's possibly trying to fight at this point or not like accept it. She will come round though. I think what you need to do is just have more fun with the connection at this point, okay? Oh yeah, she does think about you. I think you guys really need to communicate your feelings to each other, but maybe you not take it too seriously and let her come round to the fact that you do care and you are there and you are there to protect and support, and it can take some time for that person, right? All right. Chanley, the guy's a Gemini and I'm a Leo. I will be leaving the feed in 10 minutes, guys. If anyone wants to donate, now is the time to do so, to get your reading. Otherwise, you will not get it today, okay? What would Spirit want you to know? Anything about the guy that you are talking to? So the guy is it doesn't really matter what star sign they are, Chanley, though, to be honest. The guy's a Gemini, though, and you're a Leo. Let's have a look and see. We're just going to use the tarot and go straight to the question. You can if you like, Kitson, just let me know. Okay, the guy's a Gemini, you're a Leo. Let's look at their energy. 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Someone who's very fun-loving, very fun-loving, you know, very independent. Family's very important. They're also like have good friendships and possibly a lot of friends. Maybe they're in some sort of group or club or like a football club or something like that. There's something here about like just, you know, having a lot of fun, like being the life of the party as well. This person is like very popular possibly, okay? So let me know if I'm explaining this person. Ooh, you have the Twin Flame card here. Okay. Let's look at your energy. Yeah, this is a twin flame connection. Like, there's no doubt about it when these two cards come up, especially in sequence to each other. Like, this relationship could really be very, very equal and a very beautiful connection. I think in this lifetime, you guys are supposed to have fun and have family and be happy. See how high that bird just chirped, okay? It doesn't matter whether they're younger than you or not, okay? He does get a lot of female attention. Well, that's fine, but you know, there isn't like, I don't see a specific person here. If you wanted to bring this into some sort of relationship, it would be just like a really beautiful, amazing relationship, okay? And that's the clarity that Spirit wants you to bring through here to you, okay? That this could be just like, I'm hearing that song, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, very romantic. You know, he will get older. Maybe he has a lot of female attention. Maybe if he was in a relationship with you, though, he wouldn't. I don't know if he's party to that, though. I think this person is really, just let me know. Let me know if this person is very fun-loving, has like got a lot of friends, it's like this very social aspect, but they also like enjoy their own stuff that they do themselves. These are very happy cards, okay? Beautiful, happy energy here. Okay, Andrew, are you the Andrew that's Kitson, or you are a different Andrew? I don't know, let me know. Okay, I think to continue to get to know each other, Chanley, without you feeling like, without you feeling any like lack of worth or anything like that. Like, don't think like, how could this person ever want me, or ever, you know, I want you to take any mental thoughts like that out of your mind, okay? And I just brought one of these cards and it just says like, be playful, okay? Be playful. A different Andrew. Kitson, post your question if you donated. Andrew, post your question. Be playful. Be playful. Enjoy every moment, okay? Andrew, post your question. Let's have a look and see. It's having a child. What does April and May have in store for you? Let's have a look and see what's here, Andrew, for you. What does Spirit want Andrew to focus on or know? There's something very unknown in the month of April that you can't see coming. I would be very, very careful of the people that you're associating with or hanging around, okay? Because there could be someone coming in, especially like in a romantic interest, that wants to be there for their own gain. And this could hurt you ultimately if you like do not have this message, or you do not like take the rose-colored glasses off, or you do not see through some sort of fakeness. I'm seeing the truth be told card in this deck, so let's shuffle. I love you, Andrew. I love you, Andrew. That's what I want to say. I love you, Andrew. Maybe someone's saying I love you, Andrew. I don't know if you're in a relationship, but there's something someone's not is keeping from you. I really do feel. Okay. Maybe you're putting someone on a pedestal that you shouldn't be putting on that pedestal. It could even be a family member, okay? Let's have a look and see, okay, who this is. Yeah, it's definitely a feminine. Could be a mother even, or a sister. It could be a child. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. Let me know if you're interested in masculines or feminines, because then we can get a lot more specific with that. But there's something, maybe you're putting someone on a pedestal you shouldn't be putting on a pedestal. Maybe you're not seeing the full story of somebody, and you need to use your intuition to look at them on more of an internal level, okay? What do we have at the bottom of the deck? Take this risk, and Aries keeps coming up, okay? Okay, let's look at if it is specifically a Sag. What just happened then? Okay, let's move my cards. You may be wanting to spend a lot more time on the home front in the month of April, May. There is an opportunity coming in for you, though. Don't like that Spirit's trying to line up for you. It's very important that you use your wiles here with, like, if you're getting a bad vibe from somebody, you need to move slowly with that. There is a fire energy. It is a female energy coming through here. Okay, let me have a look and see what's here. 9 of Cups. Yeah, there is a female energy, Taurus, Libran energy here. There is a female energy coming through. Perhaps you're giving this person a lot of attention or wanting attention from them. Perhaps they're, I don't want to say using you for finances or gain in some sort of way. Maybe they're just getting off you what they can. I hope that's not happening to you. Yeah, when you really care about this person. I don't know if this is making sense, or if it is making sense, Andrew, please let me know. I do like feedback. Cancer energy, Cancer. You're showing up as really strong Cancer. You may be a Cancerian or have a moon or rising or north node in your chart. Something about the month of June possibly here is very, very significant, okay? There is an opportunity, like I said before, coming to you. It may be to do with career as well. There's a few things going on. Like I said, the home may be very significant. There may be some changes happening within your home, all right? There is like a female here. I don't know whether it's a mother or it's your wife or it's a girlfriend, but there's something here. Somebody is very selfish, all right? Let me just say that. Someone's very selfish. There's possibly something they're doing online as well that you don't know about. I'm just going to be honest here. Page of Swords in the reverse tells me like that's online communication or something that you don't know about. That's something possibly you need to look into. Don't think negatively about it. It may be nothing like in it too much, but there's something I don't feel this person's keeping from you, okay? I feel, sorry, there's something this person's keeping from you. Let me just start this again. Okay, I don't see any Sagittarius energy there. What else is here for Andrew, either in that storyline or something else? If anyone has donated, let me know. I will be leaving the feed otherwise in 3 minutes, okay? Right. What else do we have for Andrew? Show me something that Andrew can really work with here. 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. There is a pathway opening up for you that is material, okay? It's going to change a lot of things in your life. Things are getting better, especially in the financial sense, okay? If you've been struggling financially, there's big changes happening about your home or around your home to do with money in a positive sense, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, I do feel though this keeps coming up that you're not going to go forward with a particular person, Aries is coming up a lot with this, okay? Especially if it's a new romance, like it's not going to go anywhere. I think you're going to see the true colours of this person. I don't know whether you've been with someone for a while or not. It can be a female or a male as well, all right? What do we have here with this new opportunity? Don't be guarded. Don't think that when this money comes in, it's like, oh, this can't be for me. Is this too good to be true? How could this happen to me? I don't want you to think like that, okay? Andrew, I feel that this is meant for you. I think that you've put a lot of hard work in. You've been very generous and open and kind to other people. It's now time to reap the benefits of that so that you can be comfortable in your life and happy and have everything you want, the star. But there is someone who could take advantage of that, Andrew, so just be aware of that, okay? That's your reading. Kitson, please post your question. Make it a good one. It is going to be the last read for today, unless anyone else donates. That is it for me, okay? Kitson, I'm feeling with you that I need to use one of these Seasons of the Witch Oracle. We're going to bring out one of those. Ooh. I feel there's like a really strong determination with you, Kitson, Andrew. I think there's like a really strong, I'm talking about Andrew Kitson, determination. It's like you won't let life shit all over you. Maybe something's happened or is happening and you're not happy with it, but you're not content that that's all it is. I feel that there's a lot of determination here, Kitson, for your life right now, and a really strong determination to move forward in a really positive way, no matter what's happened, okay? You're being asked to trust more in like the magic of what is coming in for you, because that is like, with your determination, is going to bring a lot of spiritual strength. It's a lot of reward from the universe for a job well done. Spirit is saying to not believe, though, everything you hear, Kitson, in the month of April, May, to make sure that you're very using your like spiritual internal dialogue where you're like, is this right? This doesn't feel right. There's something wrong here. Red flag, okay? And when you're feeling like that, trust in it. There's something very spiritual about you, possibly that you haven't like explored yet or explored enough. So Spirit's really asking you to really get into your spirituality. I do see you doing rituals or something like that in the future, whether you've done it in the past or you do it now, but there's something about that as well. And, you know, I feel that you've been through a lot of healing and changes in your life that is really setting you up. And this is why you're determined, okay, to be open to change and to be open to infinite possibilities. You have a lot of synchronistic numbers here. You have 555, 66. Yeah. And another 5. 5555 you have in your reading, okay? Check out what that means on your angel numbers online. There may be another message in there for you. This is about, even though we're not brilliant in everything, you know, we can't be Albert Einstein in every single thing, or, you know, be interested in every single thing. There's something here that you are interested in, and I feel that if you just act as if you've already got it or that you already know it, then you're going to learn it a lot quicker, or you're going to have it a lot faster. Okay, 2 more cards, 2 or 3 more cards, and then we'll finish for today. We've got the Chariot. You are moving in the right direction in your life. The only thing is to keep your thoughts positive and high. You don't have to make decisions. Don't have to make decisions, especially emotional decisions, or move forward on a particular path until you're 100% ready, Kitson, to do so, okay? There is a lot of love and happiness and joy and excitement coming through. I think a lot of it's your own making. I don't think it's like people coming in towards you. It's whatever you're passionate about, although there may be people coming in. I think like whatever you're passionate about, you really need to embrace and harness that. Thank you guys for being here today. That is my reading for everyone. Has finished. Readings are finished now. I really enjoyed today's live. It was quite long. I will be on last day tomorrow, okay, for a week. You guys know I do 1 week on, 1 week off with my readings, and this week is no exception. So tomorrow will be the last live. It will be about all the channel messages I got last week, and that will be the main collective. If you're on here and you haven't seen the beginning of today's live, it is really focused on the Saturn, Mars and Uranus conjunction video, okay, which is in the description, from Varouche Astrology and Tarot, and we just talked about the all signs for April, so go check that out. I will see you next time, and tomorrow don't forget to be here 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. See you, bye bye.